So this is technically only the 8th time you've seen me. I really did think that I was going to be able to make videos at home, but unfortunately there's a lot going on, as I said in the vlog where I talked about what I was doing when I was going home. I had a lot of appointments, a lot of graduate stuff, a lot of celebrating, and a lot of just kind of hanging out with my family, which was more important than making videos. I do have some footage from a video that my sister and I shot that maybe I will post. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, it's kind of dumb. But I'll post I'll add some pictures maybe now. Those pics are some graduation pictures. My sister, we both went to the same high school, so it was really weird. My parents and I were saying that this was a 6-year journey, because I'm 2 years older than her, so I was there 2 years earlier, and then we were there 2 years together, and then she was there 2 years after. This is the end of a 6-year journey, which is a really long time. I can't believe that we're done with high school forever. I have no reason to ever go back to my old high school, except to maybe say hi to some friends, but it's kind of crazy. I'm really gonna miss some of those folks. My high school is a Catholic high school, and they were just so kind always, everybody there, and I'm really gonna miss that. But of course, I love college. I've definitely found college to be much better than high school. You know, I loved high school, but there were some things at the end, you know, you get burnt out. But I had a very harrowing experience getting back to home. My flight, which was supposed to be nonstop from where I go to school to where I live, was canceled like an hour before it was supposed to take off. So then I went to the service counter and they helped me rebook a flight, but I did not know that Washington, D.C. has airports that are very far away from each other, and the attendant told me, "You're flying through Washington." And I assumed that meant that I would fly from school to Washington, D.C., and then from that airport to home. But unfortunately, my flight flew in from school to Dulles, and then my flight to home was from Reagan National Airport to home. So I had like a 5-hour layover, and I spent 3 hours just in Dulles thinking, oh, I have another 2 hours to waste. But then I had to get in an Uber that they refused to pay for to go to National to make my flight. And then once I got to National, I was in the worst gate ever. There's a gate called 35X, which 4 planes fly out of at once. So you go down an escalator or an elevator if you're handicapped, and they put you on a bus, and then you go out to the tarmac and they make you climb up into the plane. It was an experience. They also put me on 2 of the smallest planes ever, and instead of taking, you know, an hour 45, 2 hours to get home, it took me 7 hours to get home, which was just not my cup of tea. So getting home was a nightmare. But once I was home, I got home Monday, and then Tuesday we had a baccalaureate mass for my sister where she sang with all of her friends for the last time, and we sat in the auditorium for the last time, and as we left we commented that that was the last time that we were going to be in the school because the cathedral is where they graduate and we didn't have any activities in the school on Wednesday. So that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday we woke up and really had a nice chill morning. My grandparents came, and then my sister graduated, and, you know, I didn't think I was gonna cry, but I think I cried more at her graduation than I did at my own, just because, like, I knew I was still gonna see some of my classmates because they also had sisters in her class, so I knew it wasn't really the end, but this was really the end, and she has so many good friends that I really like, and I'm not gonna get to see again just because, you know, she's probably not gonna see them that much after now, and yeah, it was just really sad. And her boyfriend gave a speech, and because he was top in their class, and he gave a speech that was really good, and the other valedictorian speech was really good, and the commencement speaker was amazing. She read a Sufi poem about how small men, I'm not going to get this exactly right, but it was something along the lines of small men build cages to keep people in, but the wise sage goes around dropping keys. And her speech was about how this is a dark period, and people who are graduating are light in the darkness, but yet they cannot open the door for people. They have to give them the key, which is to say, empower people, give them a voice, but you can't open the door for them. Their fights are their own, which I thought was really good, and it was just very inspiring. Although the whole themes of graduation are kind of now, you know, now that you're 2 years out of high school, you kind of realize that they're a little bit contrived because, you know, all these people are saying, go out, change the world, you're gonna do so much to alter this world right now, you're setting out, and you realize that you're like, if you're gonna change the world, you're gonna do it after college, not after high school. That's all I'll say. You've got a lot of learning and growing to do left, but you know, their speeches were fantastic, and it was just this last time hearing the choir and seeing some of my teachers that taught me, you know, who taught her as well. So it was just kind of sad, the last little thing, and unfortunately a few weeks ago, about a month ago now actually, a month ago tomorrow, my cat of 12 years passed away. So it was really hard to be home a little bit, because Holly wasn't there. And, you know, it's not like a dog where sometimes, you know, you're home and they're not because they're at the, you know, groomers or at the dog park or, you know, wherever dogs go, because they can be out of the house and stuff, and like sometimes you don't pick them up right away when you get home because you just want a day where they're not around, so you can clean your house and they're not shedding everywhere. Love my dog very much, but you know, your cat never leaves your house, so her like spot was, we have a finished side to our basement and an unfinished side, and the unfinished side is where her litter box was and her food and everything to keep it safe from our dog, who was allowed both sides of the basement, but her, you know, access to the unfinished side was limited, so I couldn't really go over there. It was really hard for me, but I got to see her little grave, and it's very sweet. You know, my dad did a good job. There's grass growing there, and my sister made her a little headstone, and it's just sad. They're part of your family for 12 years, and then they're gone in like an instant, and I wasn't there to say goodbye, which was hard, but anyway. And then my trip back, my flight was not canceled, although it did take them forever to take off. And then once we got here, we arrived like, I don't know, like, want to say 30 minutes before our scheduled arrival, and still, you know, just didn't get to the gate because there was another plane that had broken down or something at our gate, and they were just like, we're just gonna stay on the tarmac and wait. So we were in the plane for like at least 30 minutes, probably 45 minutes if I'm being honest, but so that was a little bit of a nightmare, but I made it home, and I have a brand new computadora. My computer broke just a few weeks ago. It was the hinge of the laptop, so it didn't open or close properly, so I had to get a new one. So that one, when my parents come to drop off my sister, is going home to be more of a desktop computer, but I needed a new one so that I could actually take it places because, you know, I'm a college student on the go. So now I have a new laptop, and I'm configuring it and downloading all my files and everything today. Because of the timing of my flight, I didn't go to work today. I couldn't make it in time. So, and it's actually worked out well. I got a lot of things done because I had to unpack all of my belongings and get some more groceries and do all this stuff. So, finally settled, ready for a brand new day tomorrow. I'm sorry that you missed a beautiful week of my voice, face, and vlogs. But I hope you enjoyed those pictures from graduation and just enjoyed your week, guys. I really do. I will see you tomorrow because I'm back on the daily grind. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye!